Alright, this is Matt Stone of 180 Degree Health. For the next month, the month of March, we're going to be going on a little tenderloin journey. But this is a whole tenderloin. You would think filet mignon's got to be expensive. This is 47 bucks. I get at least 12 portions out of there. So we're looking at about $4 per portion to eat filet mignon in your house. That's one of the many advantages to buying a whole tenderloin. You can cut it up yourself, whatever portions you like. We're going to go over today. Starting out first thing in our big tenderloin discussion is going to be how to trim one of these up and portion it out. So first we just open her up. Throw the plastic in the trash. It can be a little bloody at first, so you might want to take a couple of paper towels and just dry it off a little bit, just to make it a little easier to work on. And there we go. And this is going to take some practice, but it's not, there's no magic going on here. So remember that when you go to try it yourself, you might not do it perfectly, but you'll figure it out. Now, whole tenderloin, now usually you use a fillet knife. My fillet knife is not only missing, but it's not really that good at quality. This is my best quality knife, the Santoku. It's all-purpose enough to be able to do this. But what you want to take off here, and I'll go ahead and zoom the camera in so that you can see it a little closer as I work on it here. That's probably good, isn't it? You want to take this stuff off. It's not that it's fat and you're removing the fat. It's really silver skin. It's very chewy. Okay. So you can see basically I go up underneath there with the tip of the knife. And then you keep the knife flat. If you angle it down, you'll cut into the meat. You're trying to just skim this right off the top. Again, I grab this piece, I pull it up, hold the knife at a little bit of an upward tilt, not so much to cut all the way through it, and then just long strokes back and forth like that will trim those pieces right off. Okay, and we can go through and do that. You don't have to be super anal with it. You just want to get most of that stuff off. Okay. And yes, you won't be that good the very first time you try it, but you'll hack your way through it and get better over time as you practice. And you will lose a little bit of the meat here, but your butcher loses a little bit of the meat when he trims it up for you as well. Okay, now the tenderloin, you can see it's got a place where it separates here. Now this is all referred to as being the chain. You can see this is all like segmented looking chain. It's a fat chain. Now I actually will cut this off completely. And you can see right there I'm cutting between the center to spread that out. Just like that. And this is all put in the rendering pile. You don't have to render your fat to your tenderloin, but I think you get more value when you buy a whole tenderloin. When you actually take this fat and the rest of the fat you trim and you render it, then you got some nice beef tallow to use for cooking. Great for French fries and stuff like that. Again, we're going to keep trimming this up a little bit. I'm not going to be too anal because I do like this fat a lot. It's very tasty. As you guys know, I got nothing against fat. Okay, especially beef fat, which we've been talking about a lot lately. It's very low in omega-6. And as far as meats are concerned, I would say this very well could be the ultimate meat. Beef, that is. Okay, with the bottom here with this chain, you're just going to kind of shave it a little bit. shave those tops off. Again, I'm not cutting into the meat too much, I'm not removing too much, but just shaving that down, putting this in our rendering pile. You can shave up a little bit more of that fat, something like that, and make it look nice. This end is referred to as the tail, the skinny end here. This end on the other end is referred to as the head. And you can see I got more silver skin right there. I'm going to work on just kind of spreading that open some more, just like that. Then I'll get in and clip that right out, just like that. And that's really about as much as I trim it. Some people will trim it much more. I don't really think that that's necessary, and I think you're good at this point to start portioning it however you like. You can roast it whole. You can tuck this under and wrap it with bacon like we've done in the past. I'll show you how to do that in another earlier episode. There's one more good piece we'll take off there. There's another little slab. But the idea is basically to just take out as little meat as possible while getting those real sinewy, chewy, leathery sinews out of there. And I think we're good with this one. We're going to stick just like that. For portioning it, I kind of like to separate this somewhat, and then cut this end off as well. Now if you want to roast it whole, you got this great piece of filet that you can do to roast it whole. I'm not going to be roasting it whole. I'm going to be cutting it into individual portions, but we'll do that here. But you want them to be nice and flat on both ends. Great for grilling, great for searing. They don't have to be huge portions. I think 5-6 ounces is a good portion for everyday home eating. Another portion there doesn't look great. I think those look awesome. And we'll be doing all kinds of stuff with this tenderloin over the month of March. But you got to figure out how to buy a whole tenderloin and butcher it up before you can do anything with it. So that's step one. Also with this piece, to make it look like that, this is a little trick here. Hopefully you can see this. You're going to cut not all the way through, just part of the way through, so that you can fold it back underneath itself. Now you can see with a piece of bacon wrapped around it or something like that, makes a great portion. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 portions, and looks like we got one. That's 9 portions, and then we got a nice number 10 there, and then a smaller number 11. Didn't quite get 12 portions, but we definitely got our money's worth out of that tenderloin. We got this nice fat for rendering, and these excellent portions. Stick with me for the month of March. We'll be doing really fun, yummy stuff with this. So thanks again. This is Matt Stone of 180 Degree Health.